You didn't
haven't
miss
been
like
to the West.
interacting with the fans on a physical level, like face to face kind of thing.
I've been doing it in my show.
Ah, but that's more like digital. I mean, like you know how you on stage and the fans are there.
You know, there's something interesting is that it's something that I did. Somebody's listening to the show near you. Tell them to just turn off or just turn down their volume just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you are hoping that one day people will listen to your music, you know, when
Yeah.
you are like hoping, like, oh my God, I hope one day I
Go
make
viral.
it. You know, people listen to my song, people listen to my demo, and you dream of making thousands of shows. And for you, the stage is something that you will never be tired of, and you will love it forever, and etc. When I was 18 in Brussels, I did my first show at Écume de Nuit. And ever since that first show, I performed for free from 92 until 96.
Whoa.
From 96 until from 96 until
You
2015, so 20 years. After 96, I performed. So from 96 to from 92 to 96, I performed every week without getting paid, and then from 96 till I
don't just
performed.
breathe fast. Don't just breathe fast the whole performing for free. Like, how was it? How what
No,
was
no,
going through your mind?
no, but just to tell you,
Okay.
I performed, then being paid to perform, and this became my job, to
Okay.
be in a nightclub or in a festival or in a different country where they speak a different language, and I see people yelling my name. I performed probably, I don't know, like I never counted, but probably twice a week. At the peak of Kaysha, like I had the peak of Bounce Baby, where I was performing like 3 times a week. Then I had the peak of On Dit Quoi, where I was performing 3 times, 4 times a week sometimes, in probably 4 countries every week. I was just performing, taking a plane, performing, taking a plane, and all around the world. Then I had my
Tight.
my Zouk peak. Then I had my Kizomba peak. Like, so I arrived to this point where performing is something that I love, and I know I'm good at it, and I know people love it, but I'm not thirsty anymore,
Yeah, that's it.
because
Yeah.
I
After all that
it's
time,
like
yeah.
I lived that dream, and I really lived till, like, now it's if somebody calls me to perform, it's gonna be a pleasure to do it, but it's not gonna be something that I need. So I didn't. It's been a long time that I don't feel like, oh, I wish I was performing. Where a lot of
Like a bit,
people,
like no more excitement. The excitement isn't the same anymore.
yeah, I mean, it's not, it's normal. It's not like I'm blessed that I've been able to do everything that I did. But when people are telling me, "Yo, you need to come back in the game. You need to have another that. You need to be there and do it," I'm like, guys, that was for my 20s and my 30s. In my
Evolving.
40s, I'm not interested in that, because I want to do new things. I don't want to be at. Listen, and I have friends. They are 60. They are reaching their. They're going to be 70 soon, and they are still performing
How
because
do
they
you
don't have
feel
a
about that?
choice.
How do you feel about someone like going for that long and still like you say you already like kind of had enough of it. It's not something that you're looking, to do anymore like that. You want to get into the next one. So what's up with the artists that just feel like they want to do that for like till they're
I don't have a
70?
problem with it. I don't have a problem
So
with it.
would
I
so
understand
would you
that
say they
everybody has their, what up, mastermind. avec madame, on a chacun notre appart, comme ça, c'est mieux. Quand on est trop... Quand c'est trop chacun chez soi. Ça, c'est
Il
les...
n'est pas
Ça,
marié
c'est les...
celui-là.
Ça, c'est les techniques des bâtards. Yeah. You know,
Cher méchant.
for me, it's this. Everybody has their level where they reach something. Some people, they just want to be able to reach 10. Some people, they just want to reach 20. Some people want to reach 200. And some people want to reach 1,000. And
Facts.
when you are at 50 very early, and everybody was like, wow, you're so high. Like those who are at 10, they hate you. Because how you so young and you're already up there. So they find reasons. Oh, it's because this, it's because whatever, his father paid for whatever. And then when you reach your 30s and you thought that, you know, yeah, it's music is ephemeral. People love you, then they forget you, or they don't care about you anymore, whatever, or you have this hit, and then after that, people are just done with you. So you're like, hey, listen, I'm 24, I'm blowing up now. By the time I'm, I don't know, 32, yeah, it's over. So I have time to start building other. And me, I was like, okay, listen, by the time I'm 32, I'm gonna have a label. I'm gonna start producing other people. This is gonna be my business. This is gonna be the next move, right? But by the time I'm 30, so 2003, I'm 30 something, 30, 31, I don't remember. When I'm like, okay, it feels like the end of my career. I had like Bounce Baby, that was a hit. Telephone, that was a hit. First album, second album was a little bit of hit and miss. And then I had one compilation in 2001 that blew up. And I have a ton of art. I have a lot of respect in the industry, and a ton of artists are asking me to lead. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I had a great career. I did 2 or 3 number ones. I'm not gonna go behind the scenes, and I'm gonna start bringing up the new people. Sumia, Elisio, ABG. I start bringing a team. I create a label, and I create now hit music for other artists. Yeah. But at the same time, On Dit Quoi comes out. And it becomes a game changer for Africa. It becomes a track that transcends nationalities, transcends borders.
Style of music as well, like too.
It's number 1 in the West Indies, where for me, I think there is Zouk out there, but no, it becomes number 1 out there, number 1 in Guyana, number 1 in every African French-speaking countries, East African countries, English-speaking countries, and at the same time, I got Music Warrior and Fiona that became number 1s in every Portuguese-speaking countries. And all of a sudden, my career go from a level that I never thought I would achieve. Like, let's say, by the time we were in 2003, I was at 50, and everybody was at 30. So I was like, hey, I'm already on top of the game. I'm the most paid, and I'm respected, and I make the most money out of everybody in terms of copyright, and then I also make money from all these artists, right? But then On Dit Quoi comes out, I become the number 1 producer because all my artists are number 1s. But at the same time, I get this song that takes me to 100 now. Now everybody that is at 20, they hate even more. What up, Nicola? They hate even more. And for me, I'm like, oh shit, like, okay, there's a level here, but I believe that I will never reach more than that until the album after comes out and I stop rapping and I start singing. And it takes me to a whole new level in terms of the crowd, because what rapping didn't give me for some songs,
singing did.
When I start singing, it took me to a level. And then on the 4th album, not only I start singing, but I also start singing 2 songs in French. And this changed everything. In terms of the shows, I would say that I was making 4 shows a month, and all of a sudden I was making maybe 10 per month. And we doubled the price. But still, and with the territory where I was famous, went from just France and West Indies and here and here to global. And so now you are 200 or 250, and then you're like, yeah, maybe I might not go further than that. But then you make a song for this group and this blow up national, and now you make more money from one song than you ever made from your whole catalog in 1 year. You make it from one song. So you discover that, oh shit, oh wow, there's a life at 500, and then you keep going up, and then you keep realizing also that what I wish every artist can reach one day is where I am today. A place where you have enough songs, and I'm talking about songs that are 15 years old. But I have enough songs to do a show.
Yeah.
Not with the new songs. You know that every song that I'm releasing every Friday, I probably will never perform them. Because
so it's mostly for the core fans.
If somebody calls me to do a show, they call me for On dit quoi, Love de toi, Fiona, Motema, Bien plus fort que mes mots, Something going on, Question my heart, like this, and that's already 7 songs. For a club, that's more than enough.
That's a full show, yeah.
For a wedding, they want 2 songs. So you're already in this place where whatever you had to write as your legend is written. So then you start being like, okay, what is next after 500? That's where I am. And when I talk to people, what they tell me is, yo, you have to come back in the game. Like, but they're talking from the point of view of
a starter.
20, 30. So for them, they don't see me here because they look around them, they don't see me because I'm up there.
So is it fair to say that those who's probably going to like the 50s and 67 years old, they probably haven't reached like maybe the level where they could say, yo, that's enough.
It depends.
Gotta go nowhere.
I believe that it depends because some of them, they really love performing. They love being on stage. This is their reason to be. I believe that I love to perform. I'm very good on stage, but I can't live without it. I don't mind. Like if I don't perform ever again, I'll be fine. I'll be on Club Shada talking, because I like to rebrand myself, because then, you know, I can be performing, then I'm thinking about something else, because sometimes you're on autopilot. You're making a great show, but you are not here because
how's that possible? Do you have an out of body experience or something?
No, you perform the same song 1,000 times.
Oh yeah, true that.